Good morning, everybody. Hey guys, it's Dusty Baker at Cross Timbers Bison. Welcome back to our channel. Just got back from the Denver Western Stock Show, actually, but I just got back from the National Bison Association conference in Denver, Colorado, and I'm back here hanging out with the big guy, Big Joe. So just kind of, it's been a long time since I've done a live video, and actually this is my first live video from the new ranch, from the Ponderosa. So here we are. Good morning to you guys. Greg, Rattle, thank you guys for being on here nice and early. Rodeo time, there we go. CJ, hey guys. Good morning, Bridget, Peg. Hey, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for following us along. Just wanted to come out here and kind of tell you what was going on about the conference and the industry. Had a great time up there. I love that conference, and the NBA puts on 2 conferences a year, one in the summer and one in the winter. Hey, Big Joe, come here. Let me bring you something. Got some treats for you before you head out real quick. Big guy. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we're all better. So, had a great time at the conference. Met a lot of new people. Met some people that watched the video and want to start raising bison, and that was good to hear. And the prices were really good. I think the one of the top bulls sold for about $20,000. The calf prices were, I think, a little bit higher than normal this year. Top bull calf brought about $4 grand. So just tell you a little bit about the NBA conference. Is what it is it's just where all the National Bison Association members can all come together in one place, and the winter conference is one of the biggest ones. And what else happens there is it's 2 days of a conference of socializing and going to sessions and meeting together and having dinner and a banquet. And then there's also a show and sale where all the best animals in the country are brought to show and sell. And so you can meet a lot of good people there, a lot of producers, and you get to see a lot of good animals as well. So that's what it's really about. And then the other thing is you get to meet lots of people. It's a huge social event, and that's my favorite part. It is a big you meet lots of people and gain some new relationships and stuff like that. And it's fun to go back every year and see that, see all your friends and stuff that you've kept up with over the years and whatnot. But great time at the conference, and you learn a lot too. You learn a lot of new things, and you see what other people do. So anyways, Ryan from Germany, hello guys. Is that a bonjour? Bruno, wow. Yep, I got the bonjour part. So good morning or hello to you as well. Thank you guys for following. Maya's out here with me as well, and she wants to play. We're not going to play right now, okay? She always has this big stick. She always finds the biggest sticks. She can't just get the little ones, but me, I see you on there. Yeah, just a bull went for 20,000. That was the highest price. They don't all go for that, but like I said, this is one of the top places where all the best animals are brought. So the prices aren't always that high. I think the majority of them went for about 9,000 or 10,000. These are top prime breeding bulls, and they sell calves there. They sell bred heifer, 2-year-old bred heifers there. They sell heifer calves there. Not heifer calves, yearling heifers, yearling bulls. So those are the kind of classes of bison that they sell there as well. But anyways, with this being the first time out here, this is pretty cool to do a live video for the first time. I have better reception here than I do at the original place with Dunbar and all of them, so it's a little bit harder to do a live video. Yep, good morning. Hey James. Yep, yeah, we try not to encourage the beefalo stuff. Yeah, thank you for saying that. We try not to do that. But anyways, thank you guys for following us and stuff. And so I am just the herd. I don't know if you can see them, but they're over there hanging out. And when Big Joe sees your vehicle pull up, or it's me, either Kevin or Marissa, he comes out, he shows up. So looks like he's doing pretty good. He's gaining some weight. He does lose a little bit of weight during the breeding season, from June, July, and August. He loses some weight, and so we try to gain that back over in the wintertime. But let me see here. I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see him and stop looking at me. If he doesn't leave us. Come here, Big Joe. Here you go, buddy. All right, let me go back in here a little bit. Rattle. What was the first bison you got? You know, the first 5 I got were from a local guy in Stratford, Oklahoma. His name's Gerald Parsons. The bison guy. I've been there for a long time. Been raising bison for a long time. I started off with 5 yearlings, 1 bull, and 4 heifers. And one of those would be Dunbar. So Dunbar and Peaches and Eleanor and Bellstar are my first, 4 or 5 that I started with. So, hey Robert, good morning. Ginger from Alabama. Robert said, hey Dusty, when do we get to see the new skid steer? Yeah, we something that we got right before the end of the year closed. We had an opportunity to get one because the inventory on skid steers is crazy, and so we were very lucky to able to get one, and it's a game changer for sure out here. I've got so much work to do. I've got lots of fence building. I've got some brush to clear. So we had to get a skid steer, and it just makes things safer and more reliable. So it's coming actually here in the next week or so. You guys will be seeing the new skid steer. So thanks for asking. Yep, Angel 64, you're right. Dunbar and his girls were the first bison. Yep. Larry said, have you thought about getting the bison big rubber balls to play with? Yes, we actually have one. And we've tried that a couple times, and they actually don't mess with it. The calves may do it, but they're more scared of it than they do play with it. Thank you, Paula. Hello, Dan from Montana. Yeah, James said he looks to be pretty tame right now, except for in small places they don't like to be confined. Oh yeah, no, Big Joe is a good bull. He's very gentle and pretty smooth out here in the open, and he's a good bull, and he doesn't mess with me. But definitely when you work any animal, they don't like it, and that's just how it goes. So we deal with it and take care of them the best we can. Big Joe only gets rattled up whenever we pin him up or try to load him on a trailer. So Janice asks, haven't seen, but do you still have Lumpy? We still do have Lumpy. He's in with our feeder bulls at the original place. He's doing okay. We still, I think we've made a decision what we're going to do with Lumpy, but we'll we're gonna kind of announce that later on. But Lumpy's doing good. So. Hey, Kath, FH. I know they are Bisons, but was just saying from Ireland. Hey, hello from Ireland. It's far away. Thank you for watching. Ryan, good question. Will you put the new Dakota Bison in with the Big Joe herd or keep them as a separate herd? We'll keep them as a separate herd, just because as far as grazing, we want them to have the best grazing and the most grazing that they can have. Whenever we do put them on grass, you know, calves have a hard time competing with big adults like this. And so you've got Big Joe, and then we've got 8 cows out there, or 4 cows and 4 yearling heifers. And so the competition is hard on those calves. So we'll keep them separated for now. In the future, they'll come together once those calves are old enough to be a part of the breeding program. Hey, Dale from Colorado. Yep, so let me see here. Somebody said something here. Michael asked, what is the cost of feed per bison annually? I don't know annually, and that always changes for me because we're always getting bison, but I'd have to figure that up, Michael. Bridget asks, how is Popcorn and his mom? Let me talk to you guys a little bit about that. I want to talk about that question real quick. I'm gonna flip this around so you guys can see me. Okay, so something that I haven't shared with you guys. I've shared with a couple of people, but let me give you a little backstory. Popcorn and his mom. Whenever I got Mama, she didn't look good at all. She looked pretty rough, and she was already in a bad condition, and so was Popcorn, to be honest with you. Mama must have been sick or been eat up with parasites when I got her, because she was so thin. And bison take a long time to recover if damage is done. And once they're so bad, it's very, very hard to try to counteract the parasite load and the worms and get them to turn around. It is very hard. Bison take a long time to recover from those things. And I'll just get straight to it. We lost Popcorn's mom, and here in the last week, we also lost Popcorn. We tried to obviously brought him in. They come with the Texas herd, and she was one of the first ones that we focused on. And so and if you guys don't know, I got those from Texas from another person, and I had an opportunity. The guy was getting out of raising bison, and it was a good deal. And you guys I know want to expand, and I had this new property, and so I got them from Texas. And kind of in that package, she came with, and so did Popcorn. And so together they came in. And if I went out to buy those bison, I obviously wouldn't have bought those bison, but it was kind of a package deal. He was a complete dispersal, and he wanted out. And so I got them all, and you guys know I got the heart of trying to not rescue, but trying to help some bison and try to make them better. And so that's what we tried to do with her. All the rest of them have been great, except her. We vaccinated her and tried to get her going. We wormed her. We did the same thing with Popcorn, and Popcorn lasted I don't know how much longer than Mama did, but as it got kind of cold. Look at these two. Maya, I wouldn't do that. Come here. Come on. Say, sit down. You stay. Leave him alone. Maya. We actually, Kevin vaccinated Popcorn, and at that point, it's just a last minute struggle try to really get them better. But with Popcorn and Mama, it was the damage was done, and we did the best we could. So we did actually lose both of them, and pretty sad actually for those animals. But it just shows you how hard it is to make these bison better if they've already been damaged with a parasite load or a worm load. And these bison, you know, they can hit their maximum growth stage at 6 years. 6 years. Big Joe is 7, so he obviously he's about to be 7, so he's hitting his max. He's pretty much wherever Big Joe is. He can gain some weight here and there, 200 or 300 pounds, depending on what the season is. But I've had this experience with Dakota, one of my other cows I started off with. She got anaplasmosis from a horsefly bite, and she lost a bunch of weight. She was a beautiful heifer at the time, or a cow, and we almost lost her, but we actually took her to the vet and got her recovered. But that like took 2 years, and she still hasn't had a calf. And so most people would have already culled her, and most people would have already got rid of her. But we've kept her around, and her bloodline is actually from the Teddy Roosevelt National Park, and that's one of the reasons why we kept her around. And we invested in some money in her, and so we really would like to have another calf out of her at some point. So yeah, thank you guys for asking about Popcorn and her mom. But and that's part of the industry. It doesn't matter what animal that you raise or type of livestock, I mean, or a pet. You know that at some time there's going to be a death, there's going to be a loss, and that's part of this business. I didn't raise that animal. I think we wouldn't have been in that situation, but if we'd have raised her. But just so you guys know, I did go and buy Popcorn and her mom, and you know, when I saw them, I knew instantly there were some problems. And what had happened is when we got Popcorn was a red dog. Popcorn was red colored, and she was a young calf. And it started when mom was malnutritioned or already had the parasite load. Mom wasn't able to produce a lot of milk, and that was passed on to Popcorn. So Popcorn was already malnutrition. And when those animals are stressed or have malnutrition from not getting milk from mom, which you know how important that is in the first couple months, if they're not getting that milk, their body is stressed. And so when their body is stressed like that, especially with bison, they're way more susceptible to getting the parasites and the worms. So being in Oklahoma and Texas, their body will be consumed of that when that happens. So when they're susceptible and they're weak, and they're stressed out, and that's bison, to be honest with you. So anyways, I know got off on that, and it's sad, and it's part of it, but it's unfortunate, and we tried. We did the best we could with them, and you know that we brought them over from this property to that property so we could get them worked, we could get them in the squeeze chute, get them the proper vaccinations, and try to get them to recover. So I'm gonna flip this back around. That I'll talk to you about that, and let you guys look at the big guy, and then we'll go see my calves. I just fed them, so I need to go check them out. Look at this hooligan right here. Big Joe, he says he wants some more cubes. I appreciate you guys being sincere, and the condolences for Popcorn and her mom. Popcorn was a character. She was a neat little calf, and we hated to lose her. I thought she was going to be a pretty good story if we could get her to recover, but you guys understand that. Hey Joanna from Arizona, good morning. Thank you, Bridget. Mark asked, are your bison genetically superior to other bison? I'm not sure exactly what you mean if you're trying to say that they're genetically pure. We've had ours tested, but not for pure. It just to kind of explain it, there's a lot of false stuff out there, but it is very hard to really say genetically pure bison, and people use that term, and I don't know if they're 100% sure, and I'm going off of what my vet says, and he does a lot of these studies on the mitochondria test, and has done it for a long time, and it's very hard to say genetically pure bison. We've never had ours tested, but so I can't give you a right term, but there are things that we do to try to keep our bison with the traditional genetics like we've known for hundreds of years, and I'm very kind of particular whenever we do go out and buy bison, or we're pretty selective on that, and we keep plains bison. Big Joe is a plains bull. A woods bison, like I saw at the show the other day, a woods bison, they are a lot bigger, and a lot of them are in Canada and the northern states, but the hump's going to come forward. The hair is going to be more of a, instead of like Big Joe's got a fro, you know, a lot of the woods bison have a different structured head, and the hair is going to be kind of combed over, like a comb over, down the front, and their bodies are bigger, but the hump definitely comes more forward, and that is one thing that stands out when you see a woods bison. But we don't get into woods bison, so the genetic pure thing, that's something that we all strive for, where we should in the bison, at least North America industry, we strive to, but it's very hard, and it's kind of an interesting subject to try to figure out if these bison are genetically pure. There's no test out there that can tell you 100% sure that he's, or whoever it is 100% pure. That's a very kind of a questionable test out there. So, and these are all the things that I've learned just from talking to people, and from my vet. My vet, Doc Parsons, is very, very knowledgeable and has put a lot of time and effort into the test, and he's very renowned in the United States about his knowledge. Thank you guys for your support about popcorn and our mama. Yeah, Kirk, you're right. Own livestock, you have to deal with dead stock. that's you're very right. You're very true. Unfortunately, that's just part of the industry. Yeah, Lisa, Maya's trying to be a herd dog. I'll tell you what, Maya here in the past month has decided to become a herd dog, and I think that's just with age, but she just decided that she wanted to start working bison, and it's like the light clicked on. But I think she may turn out to be a little work dog. She may help us a little bit. She's already worked the calves a little bit, and she's being pretty good, and she's getting a little bit older and getting a little wiser. Sit. Good girl. Can I go? Hey, come here. Oh yeah. You just want to play. You want that STICK. Oh, you know how to spell now. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Michael, I want to answer your question. Dusty, I'm sure you have said, but do you have an estimated herd size the new ranch will support? I don't know if I actually have talked about it, but on this property, I think we'll be able to run, I'm going to say, anywhere from 30 to 40 cows as a breeding stock. I think we'll be able to do that on this property, is kind of our estimated range right now. So that's something that we're working on, and it's going to take a while, just like these Dakota Pure calves over here that I just got. It's going to take a while for them to get to a breeding age, and it takes, hey big guy, they're about to be a year old. Come this spring, they'll be a year old. But still, that's another year that they won't be able to breed. They start breeding at 2, and then when they turn 2, they can get bred at the end of that summer. And then you know, if they get bred, they carry that calf for almost a year, 9 to 10 months, and then they have a calf. So it's a long time to get this thing going, especially if you're starting off with calves. And those calves that we got are awesome calves. They're beautiful calves, big old calves. Let me see here. Doug asks, how's Dunbar? Dunbar's great. He's just a character. I love spending time with him. I'll probably go over there today and see him. He's just a fun, and it's always good to spend time with him just because he's my first guy. Julie asks, what is the smaller lump on Joe's side? Well, that's a pin bone from his hips, if that's what maybe you're talking about. I don't think he has any lumps unless I'm not seeing something, but Midwest Mama's Adventures asked, do they come with papers when you buy them? No, but something that we're working on, and a lot of people do, is they register their bison and they pull hair from their tail, which we've done that, and we've sent in those hair samples to UC Davis in California, and I'm actually supposed to get my results back, and you can connect a lineage. But there's no paperwork necessarily on bison unless you're going across the state, or you're getting animals from Canada, or you're taking animals into Canada. That's the only time really there's paperwork. So Carla and Ken Wise, how old is Maya? Maya will be 4 this April. Rattle asked, when did you get Maya? I got Maya in May of 2018, like Memorial Weekend we got her. And actually we got her about a mile away, is what's crazy, from this property. Angel64, Dusty, you're a natural teacher. Do you miss teaching children? And do you ever think you'd be teaching adults on YouTube? No, I didn't. I am naturally a teacher, just, you know, doing it for 10 years and coaching. I do miss the kids. People ask me, do I miss teaching? I do miss the day-to-day interactions with the kids, and the relationships that you build with those kids, and they need good young mentors, and I was able to relate with them. And so yes, I do absolutely miss the teaching side of it, and I miss those kids. But no, I didn't think I'd be teaching adults. I don't know if I'm teaching that much, but I just you know, put out what I've learned, and what I've learned so far, from my experience and from others. So Cross Timbers Bison clips, one of my favorites out there. Sorry to hear about Popcorn and Mama, Dusty. Were you able to salvage anything from the animals, or does a parasite load ruin the meat? It's a great question. So guys, honestly, when that happens, when you got an animal that's like that, it's just not worth even messing with doing anything with them. The only thing we could get, you know, besides Popcorn, his mama, we could you know, salvage a skull or something like that, but their hide is not in good shape. And when you don't have a healthy bison, you definitely don't want to risk anything with the meat side of it. And the hides are not really worth it. It's honestly a wash, and it just sucks. It really does suck. It's just unfortunate. And so those animals kind of go back to Mother Nature, and go back into the earth, which is where they all came from, essentially. Thank you for asking. Susan asked, are other ranchers as close to their bison as y'all? Yeah, absolutely. there's some top producers out there. 2J Bison up in Idaho. I love those people. They spend a lot of time with their bison as well. You guys check out the new feeder. That video is going to come out Thursday, by the way. I said feeder. That is a water, not a feeder. And you can tell Big Joe's using it there. I got a video on how we built all this. So new water right there. Yeah, Angels 64. Never process a sick bison or cattle. It's not worth it. So let me see here. Just kind of going back through here. The big man's drinking. Rattle asked, how long can bison live? And I mean Dakota bison. Well, any bison can live 20 to 30 years. It doesn't matter where they're from. Joe asked, are you going to build a house in the Bonanza Ranch? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I don't know what'll happen. My wife and I really have to talk about it. We're just grinding right now to try to get everything going over here. So, but Joe asked how far apart our ranches are from each other. I'd say 25 or 30 minutes. The original is on the east side of town, and then this one is on the west side of town. Stud, thank you for the chat. Watching from Southern California. Kids and I love watching all of your videos. Keep them coming. Thank you very much for the super chat. It means a lot to me that you guys followed us along. I never thought it would be like this. You know, we're just raising the American bison is all we're doing. And I just, you know, there's not a lot out there of it, and I want people to understand it a little more. That people are trying to raise these animals, and we're trying to grow the herd, and we can do that. And I'm hopefully reaching you know, lots of people by doing what I do, and so you guys can see a kind of a different world. You know, we're not raising cattle or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for the support there, Stud. James asked, is she a cattle dog? Yeah, she's just a blue heeler is what she is. So she wants to play. We're gonna actually walk to see the new calves. It's Mai here. Pat Gray is from Oklahoma. So proud to see these majestic animals. Thank you for watching, Pat, tuning in with us. Carrie asks, is there any bison ranches in Georgia? Yes, there are. People do raise bison in Georgia. Jacquez Morency, good day to you from Canada. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Sharon. Love the channel. Thank you for watching us. Donna, thank you. I sure enjoy learning from you. I hope I'm teaching something. You guys are learning something from me. James, I remember when we put that barrel in the tree for him. I know, he played with it for a little bit. Then I put Big Joe in there, and Big Joe started playing with it some. Joe Fight, are you thinking about having tours? Yeah, and I think we'll be able to do that here at this property. We'll be able to do some tour stuff, but there's some things that we got to figure out before we're able to do that. So let me see here. I'm just going through here. William Cook, do they shed their horns, horn covers? No, they do not. Every now and then, if you work them or something, they can knock their horns off, but they will regrow. So, but they do not shed them. It's Dunbar. Hey, Mark Croucher. Chatted with Mark a couple times. Is Dunbar and Big Joe different breeds? No, there's like I said earlier, I stick with plains bison. There's only really two subspecies of bison, bison in North America, and that's the woods bison and that is the plains bison. Most of the ones that you see on TV or that you see in the movies are going to be plains bison, and we try to stick with the good old traditional plains bison, which is what all of these guys are. So thank you for asking, Mark. Let me see. Some people keep asking how Lumpy's doing. Lumpy's good. Thanks for asking, Laura. Lumpy's doing good. We still got him. Alexander from Belgium, thanks for watching far away. Big Joe is not lonely. Big Joe is out here now. There's his family. He's hanging out. There's some more bison there, and there's Big Joe. He just wanting cubes. He wants some of that special attention like Eleanor gets. Christine, well, Kevin started a channel too for us. That's funny. We were talking about that last night. Kevin will probably not start doing a YouTube channel, but Kevin don't like to be on the camera that much, and you know, I know it takes some time to get used to, but Kevin's very knowledgeable and very helpful with us and does a lot for us, and I think we'll just keep him on the camera. I'll try to get him to talk for you guys sometime. I promise. I'll see if I can squeeze some words out of him. William, good morning. Are you looking to sell any of the bison? Also, you're looking for any investors? No, not really. We don't do any absentee ownership. We really haven't been interested in that. Not that we're opposed to it, but we do plan on selling some bison for sure. We may take some animals to the Missouri sale. My wife and I got to talk about that. So she's not tuning in, I guess. So you guys still with me? Sorry, wife called you. She's not tuned in. Come on, hun. Let's see here. Amy, will they eat pumpkins? Yeah, they actually will. I know. I got a friend over in Tuttle, and he raises some bison, and he's fed them some pumpkins. I know it is a natural dewormer. Yeah, absolutely. Good knowledge right there. Mr. B, I think they are ear tagged. Those tag numbers are probably in a farm-based computer database. Yeah, they do, and I'll get into that later on registering our bison and how we can do that and get them in a database. Let's move these guys around. They're cornered up here. What are you guys doing? Getting a little crazy. I think I'm trying to pin them up or something. Leslie and a couple other people asked, how do you make money raising bison? Well, I'll tell you what, it's an investment. It is an investment because in the beginning of the video, I talked about how these animals, they take a while to get going. You know, if you buy them as calves and stuff, it takes a while to get them going because they can't breed until they're 2, and then when they breed, and then they carry a calf for 9 or 10 months, and then when they carry that calf, you know, they can be weaned at 6 or 7 years, or sorry, 6 or 7 months old, and so that takes a long time. And Maya, no, that takes no, we're not working right now. There's our young bull. There's old Hoss right there. Maya, it's okay. No. See, I told you guys. Maya, come here. Come here. It's okay. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. There you go, Maya. Hey, we're not working bison right now. It's okay. We're not working bison. But it does take time, and if you want to make money on them, and like me, I wasn't given anything. We started from the ground up basically, and so it takes 4 or 5 years before you start making a return. And what we're trying to do is create a good breeding program, and we try to get the best bison that we can, and try to create a good breeding program where we can have awesome animals. That's what we want to do. And on the side, we do the meat. And if you got good animals create good meat. Just on the side. So we do a little bit of meat stuff, but mostly my goal is good breeding. Thanks for watching from Jay, Oklahoma. You're up there, Shannon. Oh, Sharon Puentes. How many GoPros have you gone through? Well, to be honest with you, I've got 3 of them. I've got the 4, the 8, and the 9, and I still have every single one of them. Look at Maya out there. She thinks she's a big dog. Maya, leave them alone. Come here. Come here. Leave those animals alone. Hey, we're not working right now, okay? Liam asked, are you worried about adding the new bull with Big Joe in case he puts a real beating on him? I won't put him in there with Big Joe for a couple years, because these calves, like I keep saying, they won't be able to breed until they're 2, and by that time we hope to have a decent size cow herd, and we can. With that being said, there will be some competition, and there may not be that much, but this bull right here, Haas, who's rolling around, may not be that much competition, because Big Joe by that time will be about 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old, and Haas here will only be 2, and there shouldn't be a lot of fighting per se. Big Joe, if he's still doing his thing and in good shape, he'll breed as much as he can, and the ground he covers will depend on what Haas here can get. Haas, because of his age, will be sort of a cleanup breed bull at that point, and we'll see where we are at that point. I have no idea where we'll be at that. So good question though about that. Christine talked about YouTube money must help some on expenses. Yes, absolutely. Everything that goes into YouTube and all this goes right back into these animals, and you know, I do the best I can to have good animals and have a good place and put them in the right conditions that we think helps them succeed. So everything goes right back into it. I haven't had any cows show back up, Amy. No neighbor cows have showed back up. Hi, Diane from Nebraska. My wife is from Nebraska. Susie from Canada, thanks for watching. Bristol, UK. Thanks, Paul. Jason asked, how much do they weigh when full grown? It just depends. I think the cows around here are about 1,000 pounds. 1,100 is pretty good size. Up in the north, they can be a lot bigger. Bulls, I would say a full grown bull average is at least probably 2,000. And that just depends on where you are in the country, on your location of how big those animals can really get. Thank you, Angel. Angel, I appreciate it. Thank you. The channel has grown, and I love it that you guys are following us along on all this. It's been so fun. I never thought it'd go this way, and I hope I'm making an influence on the bison industry. A few. Bill Gates, would you buy a white bison? No, probably not. And one of the reasons I'm not going to buy a white bison is because there's a lot of breeding for white bison. There's a lot of human interaction with that, and a lot of the white bison, I'm not taking anything from those people, but there's a lot of breeding. They actually breed them to cattle, and you can go back and look at that, and a lot of those bison are not pure bison. Or 100% bison. They're definitely have some cattle in them, and you can go and look at Charolais cattle, and they're white, and they breed with them, to create that white bison. So you have to be careful with the white bison thing, but I'll probably not going to be buying any. Oscark C, will you direct market the meat at some point? We already market meat. You can buy it online. We haven't had it. We're kind of out at some point at this point, but we're gonna get it back online on our website. You can check it out there. Donna asks, have you thought about starting a Patreon for your channel? I'm not sure. You'll have to kind of maybe explain that to me a little bit more. Amy said, at what age do you want to eat their meat? The primal weight for a bull is 2 years old, about 1,000 pounds. It's a good question. Justin, thanks for letting me know. Leather Specialties in Boone, Iowa contain your hides. I'm looking at doing that, and you know, as we process bison for meat here and there, I do want to tan the hides as well. So, hey, Joanne from the Texas Hill Country. Joe asked, how do I buy bison meat from Cross Timbers Bison? We don't have it up online right now. We're going through some inventory on it, but as soon as we do, I think we're going to put some more back up online. So you can check out our website at crosstimbersbison.com. Rattle, did the bison get Christmas treats? They get cubes every now and then. I give the Big Joe herd probably them a bag every other day. Sharon asked, do you think any hog will show up on your channel anytime soon? That's not something I'm going to focus on, but we may see some hogs at some point on the property. I may show you, but hey, Donna, thanks for watching. Yeah, Brooke says she is a cutie. Susan, you want me to throw the stick? If I start throwing that thing for her, you guys, all she'll do is whine, and she just cries and cries and cries. I'll throw it here in a little bit. Gail, thank you. I learn something every day I watch your videos. I appreciate that. Amy B, thank you for the super chat. That's very nice of you. Thank you for all the awesome questions and the interest in these animals. You know, we're not raising cattle here. We're raising a different animal, an animal that almost we lost, was endangered, and was on the brink of extinction, you know, for a while. And so just thank you for your support, and we love raising these animals, and it's so cool that we have them right here at our property. Diana asked, when will the red dogs be hitting the ground? They should be started in about May. Hey, Linda from Wyoming. Joe, do they eat silage or corn stalks like cattle? Yeah, actually, some people do that in those states where they produce, or they, you know, harvest corn up in the northern states, Kansas, Nebraska, I think maybe Iowa, but I've definitely seen that in Nebraska. They do kind of clean up the corn stalks and whatnot. Do you intend to build grass on your Bonanza? Joe asked. Yeah, we've actually already did that. We did that this summer. I worked out a deal with the previous owner that I did get it baled before we even purchased it. So, Carol, are there neighbors next to the Ponderosa that raise bison too? Nope. There's actually 2 people in Sulphur that raise bison. Me and another guy named Snuffy Lemming. He's been doing it for a long time. Susan, why is Eleanor at the bottom of the group? Well, you can just look at her. She's smaller, and she's just a little, she's kind of softer hearted, and Bison taking advantage of that, so that's why she's kind of on the bottom. So I see Lex rolling on the ground here. Lynn asked, how's Lumpy? Yes, guys, Lumpy is still with us. He's doing good. He's hanging out with the feeder bulls. Thanks for asking. Nice. Katie did. You have come so far and more confident since your first blogs, my #1 channel. Thank you. That is that means a lot to me, and I know it's been a while and took me a while to get used to me filming myself and whatnot, but we've made it. So thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are learning something. Look at these 2. Maya, she thinks she needs to mess with Haas. Maya, I'm gonna let Haas just he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. Hey Dusty, go ahead and give yourself a moment to blow your nose really well. Guys, it's cold out here. I don't even have gloves on. My hands are freezing. You know, it's cold out here, and so I'm sorry, my nose is running. That's part of working outside. Phil just joined. Are these the new bison you purchased? Yes, they're right here in front of me. Hey, I'm Thomas 6. Thanks for watching from Arizona. Will you be going to any cattle sales? William asked. No, we don't do anything with cattle. Yeah, we do. I try to help other people work their bison and stuff like that too. William. Fan asked, do you think Yellowstone bison that leave the park should be sold or not culled? Not all of them are culled. You guys, I've talked about it a little bit, but you need to understand that those bison a lot of them go through a what's it called? They go through a quarantine process with brucellosis and whatnot, and that costs a lot of money and time with the national park where they take them. I think Fort Peck is one of them, where they go through a quarantine process, and that takes, I don't know, a year or so. And once they go through that quarantine process and make sure that they're brucellosis free, those animals are taken to tribes all across the country. There's a tribe in Oklahoma, it's called the Modoc tribe. They're actually getting 23 of those bison. Not all of them are slaughtered or culled, but that's unfortunately, those are awesome animals, but they have way too many animals, and that's how they have to manage it. I wish I could have some. It'd be awesome to have some, but we're just not able to do it. If you're part of the the Intertribal Buffalo Council, you're able to do that. you can get those animals, but that's only for the tribes in our country. Haley V, do you ever go to the Wichita Wildlife Refuge? Absolutely, been there a couple times. That is a cool place, one of my favorite places. Some good bison over there and longhorns. Thank you, Paula. Maya, she's mad. Steven, can you talk about the parasites and how they spread? In the growing season, out here is when just our conditions are so right with the humidity in our climate. They're naturally in the ground, and I don't know a lot about them. I don't want to tell you too much because I can be wrong, but I know they're in the soil, and bison, naturally they graze and they pick those parasites up, and they get into the stomach and they can attack the organs, and that happens a lot, and so that's why we have to use dewormer. I do need to learn more about it though. So, well, guys, I have to get to work. Let me throw the stick for this dog. Thank you guys for, Katie did you hit the stock show in Denver? Yeah, I talked about that in the very beginning of the video. I just got back yesterday from the plane flight to Denver. I did go to the National Western Stock Show, and that's where the National Bison Association is located. Their actual winter conference is in Denver. So anyways, I did go to that, and I try to make that every year. It's a great conference. And if you guys ever are if you guys ever are interested in raising bison or supporting bison, you can go to the National Bison Association website. It's www.bisoncentral.com, and you can kind of look at the web page there. That's where I started as a member. You can be a friends group. You can just support the NBA that way. It's a great thing, and they can get you plugged into learning more, and you can see all the producers out there, and maybe some maybe in your backyard and you don't even know it. So you can check that out on the National Bison Association website as well. Let's see. You pick the biggest. This is actually not even a stick. It's a weed. But Maya goes, see, look at that. Maya goes hard in the paint. She just goes. Ugh. I mean, this thing's rough. How am I supposed to even throw it? Jeez, dog. Hey! What a dog. Oh, missed it. This dog's goofy. The bison are just watching. She does like to just play. She'll sit here and cry and whine until I throw it and bug me. What? Get your stick. Get your stick. Okay. Here we go. One more time for everybody. Maya is a very athletic dog and very fast. And she's very agile. We'll get her to work some bison. We'll keep you updated with it as well. Judy, wow, you're rocking it. Judy Menzel, thank you so much. That is awesome. Great super chat. Very much thank you, Judy. Hope Maya here, she appreciates it. She just wants me to throw this stick. Judy, we'll throw it one more time for you. Super chat. Look out. Look at the traffic coming from the lake. Come on, Maya. Come here. Hey, come here. You got some loving. Say thanks, Judy. Some of you have asked Casey here what breed of dog is. She is a blue heeler. She actually has some lab in her, so she loves the water. So Okay, guys, let's flip this back around here. Yep, I'm all bundled up because I'm a softie when it comes to being cold. I do not like being cold. So you can hear me sniffling and whatnot, but hey, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the super chats on here, and this is so fun. And kind of when I go to that conference, I'm refreshed, and you know, I had a lot of people come up to me and talk to me about watching the channel and stuff. So I hope what I'm doing helps you guys understand more about these animals. I don't know everything about the North American bison, but I'm learning, and what I learned from others and what I learned here through my experience of raising these animals, I share to you. And what you see is what you get. You see my dog out here with me, and this is what we do. I show you just about everything on here. And so if you came to the ranch and you see the videos, that's exactly what we're doing here. It's the same stuff. There's no fluff or anything, and I hope I shoot you guys straightforward because that's just who I am, and I want to bring you everything that we do on this place. So we've got a lot of work to do around the barn, or updating the barn, putting a new water system in, things like that. All those videos are coming. I'm sharing all that with you guys so you can see it. Just, you know, there's lots of things that go on a bison ranch, and I'm just so glad I can share that with you guys, and you can be a part of it. And we're doing some fence building as well, and you'll see that. And so what we're doing is getting all this ready, because when the green grass hits in May and the warm weather starts to rise up, we're going to put these guys out on some grass. They're in here in this big lot right now, and they're eating hay and some feed. But I want to see them out there just like where Big Joe and them are. So we're getting all that ready to do, and still take care of our original herd over there with Dunbar and those guys. So thank you so much for watching and being a part of this journey. And I can't wait to see where this place goes, the old Ponderosa. So I'll tell Brooks you guys said hi, and Kevin as well, and my wife. So thank you again, guys, and we'll see you next time.